Welcome back guys. Currently Mass Effect Legendary Edition is on sale on Steam Store with 90% off discount. It's selling for around rupees 300 in India. In US it's selling for around $6. In my opinion, this is an amazing deal. Legendary Edition is basically a compilation of Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3. All three games were remastered with visual enhancements, technical improvements and gameplay adjustments. Mass Effect 1 received more extensive upgrades than its counterparts, specifically with regard to graphics, combat mechanics, vehicle handling and loading times. I actually own the EA Play version of the game, not the Steam version. I'll be testing it on my Rog Ally, the Z1E Extreme variant of this device. These are single-player action role-playing games in which we play as Commander Shepard, an elite human soldier who must unite the galactic community against a highly advanced machine race of synthetic organic starships known as Reapers. I'll be running the game with and without AFMF and lossless scaling application. The former is AMD's driver level implementation of frame generation. The latter is a universal frame generator built using machine learning that works on any GPU, whether it's from Intel, Nvidia or AMD, does not matter. However, AFMF is absolutely free, but you need to purchase lossless scaling application from Steam in order to use it. It sells for around $7. First I'll run the vanilla version of the game. My Ally is running on BIOS version 337. I've installed the latest stable GPU driver from AMD, Adrenalin version 24.4.1. For Legendary Edition, I have set the UMA buffer size to 4 GB. I'll be enabling Adrenalin's performance overlay. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is not going to pop up in Adrenalin. You need to manually add the games one by one. Just click on the three dots here behind the performance overlay. Click on Add a Game. Navigate to a directory where you have installed the game. I have installed it in C drive, EA folder. There's Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Then open game folder, ME1, 2 and 3. First I'll open ME1. Then open binaries folder. Bin64 folder, there's Mass Effect 1.exe. Need to do the same thing for Mass Effect 2 and 3. Select it and click on open. I have already added the game to Adrenalin. There it is. It's Adrenalin profile, FreeSync enable, VSync disable, anti-lag setting enabled, RSR enabled as well. Command center settings, 900p resolution, CPU boost disabled, using 25 watts manual profile, all three power values set at 25 watts. We are done with the settings. Launch the game. Games launcher will start. From the launcher, I'll be selecting Mass Effect 1. Connected my GuliKit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Forgot to launch lossless scaling application. Need to keep it running in the background. Steam is starting. You don't need Steam to be running while using lossless scaling app. App started. Now I'll close Steam, exit, configure LSFG. Just select LSFG 2.0 from this drop down bar under frame generation. Not using its performance mode, not using any upscaler. Clip cursor setting enabled. True FPS setting enabled. Capture API DXGI. Click on settings. Start as administrator setting enabled. Hotkey for enabling LSFG. Control Alt and S. That's it. Not using it for the time being. From the launcher, I'll start Mass Effect 1. In-game resolution 900p, upscale to Full HD via RSR, display mode borderless, dynamic shadows enabled, motion blur and VSync disabled, 60 FPS cap. It's not recommended to run this game at an FPS higher than 60, can cause some game breaking issues. Film gain disabled, anti-aliasing and ambient occlusion enabled. I skipped the Normandy shift sequence. We are on a planet with our team. The game is running at 60 FPS. Smooth experience. The RAM usage is around 2.7 GB.
What the hell are those?
Creatures.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. Perimeter clear. Contact.
Game runs nicely on Ally even without using any frame generation technique.
I think we got
I'll just enable AFMF now. Can be done on the fly. Just press Alt plus R keys together, it will open Adrenalin. From here, enable AFMF, check its status, it should be active. Resume the game. So the Adrenalin overlay. Yeah, FPS got doubled. Frame generation lag 30 milliseconds. What was that? I can observe the added amount of smoothness, but when I move the camera in complete circles, frame generation gets disabled. You can see FPS drops down to around 57. All frame generation techniques come with a small performance hit. Frame generation is not getting disabled when I move the camera at a normal speed. Okay, I am observing some flickering of the crosshair. Not easy to observe. Ghosting around it. Sprinting. Explore the area. Cutscene. Combat time. To take out the drones. Yeah, FPS dropped down to around 87. FPS drops again. AFMF really does not like fast visual motion. I'll just disable it now and use LSFG. Very variable performance using AFMF. Disable it from Adrenalin. Use the hotkey to enable LSFG, Control Alt and S. Back to the game. Yeah, I can observe the added amount of smoothness. Frame generation is not getting disabled even when I move the camera around quickly. Adrenalin's overlay show an FPS count of around 40. This does not look like 40 FPS. It's way smoother than the real 40 FPS. And just play the game. Not observing any graphical artifacts. Interface is not flickering. Crosshair is also not flickering. No screen tearing going on. Medigel. More drones. Took it out. I threw a grenade by mistake. Can issue some orders to our team. Beautiful lighting. So for this game I would recommend using LSFG over AFMF. Now I'll be testing Mass Effect Part 2. Select the game from the launcher. First I'll be running it without any frame generation technique. Graphics settings. Using the same settings as before. 900p resolution borderless display mode. Dynamic shadows enable. Motion blend VSync disable. Frame rate cap set to 60. Film grain disable. Anti-aliasing and ambient occlusion enabled. Resolution upscale from 900p to Full HD via RSR. I'll straight away jump into the action. Got my pistol. We are getting 60 FPS. No ammo. RAM usage is around 3.2 GB. Get behind cover. Blast incoming. Locked and loaded. Vault over obstacles. Good experience even without any frame generation technique. Power draw 11 watts. Now I'll enable AFMF. Pause the game. Open the game's Adrenalin settings. Enable AFMF from here. Return to the game. Frame generation lag amount 30 milliseconds. FPS got double. You can see the status of AFMF enabled. Yeah, I can observe the added amount of smoothness. But again, when I move the camera around quickly, frame generation gets disabled. You can see FPS drop down to around 80. it leads to a very inconsistent experience. It's better to just run the game at a stable 60 FPS instead of a very variable FPS like 60 to 120. Got the grenade launcher. Okay, switch to it. Use it here. FPS drop. RAM usage is around 3.7 GB. This game is more demanding than the previous one. Sprint to the fire. 69 FPS. Now I'll be using LSFG. Disable AFMF first. Set to off. Press LSFG's hotkey Ctrl Alt and S. Observe the FPS counter in the top left corner. LSFG got activated. Yeah, I can observe the added amount of smoothness and frame generation is not getting disabled when I move the camera in complete circles. Again, much better experience using LSFG than AFMF. Show you some combat. Should be the correct way. This guy needs a help. Can't do anything. Help this guy. Drop that. Dialogue wheel.
Just woke up. You probably know more than I do.
Detailed character models. I'll skip the dialogue. So even for this game, I would recommend using LSFG 2.0 over AFMF. Survive. Now I'll be testing the next game, Mass Effect 3. This game is more demanding than the last two games, so I'll just drop the resolution to 720p. We'll be upscaling it from this resolution to Full HD via RSR. Adrenalin settings for the game. FreeSync enable, RSR enable. Resolution upscaled from 720p to Full HD. AFMF disable for the time being. Anti-lag setting enable. VSync disable. In-game settings, 720p resolution, display mode set to borderless, dynamic shadows enable, motion blur and VSync disabled, FPS capped at 60, film gain disabled, anti-aliasing and ambient occlusion enabled. We are in. Wow, the lighting looks so beautiful.
Look out!
Look out.
How do you stop them with no power?
Getting a stable 60 FPS. GPU load is around 70%. What's going on? Okay, I need to go to this way. My bad.
Running jump. It's harder than it looks.
Run and jump.
Come on, let's go.
Following Anderson. I played this game on my PS3, good old days.
We'll have to go this way.
Take cover here. Engage in combat.
Let's go. Come on, let's keep moving. Lieutenant Commander, you read me. I'm patching in Shepard. Take him out.
RAM usage is around 3 GB. What the hell are these creatures?
I'm out of ammo. Come on, we gotta move.
So good performance even without using any frame generation technique. Stable 60 FPS.
Have to take these things out the old-fashioned way.
I enable AFMF now. Enable it from Adrenalin. Status active. Resume the game. Increase the FPS to around 100. Frame generation gets disabled the moment I move the camera. It's not usable in this game. You can observe the choppiness when I move the camera around. There you go. Very disappointing stuff. I just need to perform the melee attack. Back them. Game is stuttering now. Like 60 to 120 FPS. Oh my god. It's better to run the game without AFMF. AFMF reduce the game's performance. I am observing a performance regression. So much choppiness. 54 FPS. I'll just disable AFMF now and enable LSFG. Control Alt and S keys. There's the FPS counter of LSFG. What's going on? Look at the size of Adrenalin's overlay. I'll reduce the size from here. Much better now. Back to the game. Yeah, I can observe the added amount of smoothness. Frame generation is not getting disabled when I move the camera in complete circles. Not observing any flickering or ghosting around the character model. LSFG 2.0 works very nicely even in Mass Effect 3. Let's just play the game. Form a strong melee attack. Here you go.
Through this way.
Skip the cutscene. Back to the game.
Reload. Let's keep moving.
Got some ammo. Outside. Stunning visuals.
Lieutenant Commander Williams, we're in sight of the spaceport. ETA 3 minutes.
The hell is this thing?
Lieutenant Commander, Ashley. Damn it, they're in trouble.
Explosion. We survived.
Normandy, we're going to reroute. Do you copy? Normandy, come in.
Lost contact.
Friendlies. You two all right? Get down, they'll see you.
More of these creatures. I'll clear the area.
Keep your head down. Nice shot. Finish them off. Chapman, over here.
So in all of the games, LSFG perform better than AFMF.
What happened here?
Help these guys. That's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.